That's so funny. Oh.
Welcome back, guys, to the Cheetahs podcast, number one adult entertainment podcast in the world, believe it or not. And we have with us, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Gizelle.
Giselle.
And I'm Brandy.
Brandy.
I'm sure you guys have seen me here before.
Brandy's a regular
It's
on
my
the
favorite
podcast.
place to
This
be.
is my first time.
Cheetah spokeswoman.
Yeah, why don't, you know what, Bryce, why don't we just host this together, you know?
We should.
I think it'd be fun.
I think it'd be more fun, honestly, if a girl started doing it.
Yeah. Fun and
Was that another clap, like, take two?
Nah, there was a fly.
That's from the weed.
Oh.
Don't say weed on live.
Weed.
Wait. Wait.
All right, so Brandy, we've asked her before, so we'll start with you. What made you want to get into it? Into dancing? Is Cheetahs your first club?
No, Cheetahs isn't my first club.
Okay, how did you start?
I started dancing in LA and then, oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, a little
Oh.
Can you hear my crunch, though?
It's so hot.
Okay, so I started dancing in LA and then it kind of started sucking out there, and I'm from San Diego. So I then came down here and worked at Body Shop, and then I think I got hired at Cheetahs 3 months later, and then Body Shop closed, and I've been at Cheetahs ever since, and I love it.
What's your favorite club in?
Wait, when was Body Shop
I
open?
said, oh, Body Shop was open. It closed down like a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rock Church.
the Rock Church bought it.
Really? Isn't the Rock huge?
Uh,
The Rock Church, right? Isn't that like a huge fucking church?
yeah, it is big.
Yeah.
But they didn't even do anything with the building.
I don't know.
Ex-Chargers player owns it.
Really?
But I think I love Cheetahs. I love everyone there. Everyone's so nice. It's like a drama-free club. It's like amazing.
That is true.
Is it?
That is
Yeah.
very true. I think
The
everyone
girls
there
seem
is
very
super
nice
chill.
to each other
Yeah.
for the most part.
I haven't seen any like bad incidents since I've been working there. Of course, there's things that happen, but it's not like every day you come to work. It's some bullshit.
Yeah. It's okay. Speak it. Say it loud. Hey, Brandy.
What's up?
Bryce. What's up? You're so chill. Bryce McKenzie said, Brandy, exclamation mark.
So Bryce, I said hi. Oh, my God. That's my best friend.
Brandy, how
I
long
love
have you worked
her.
at Cheetahs? She asked.
How long have I worked there for? God.
This is
Me and-
the iPad asking you.
Me and Bryce worked there like the same time.
Oh, Bryce used to work there?
Actually, I'm going to stop talking about that. Okay, so I started working there August of 2018. So it's been like a year and a half, something like that.
Savage.
Some good times there.
Well-
I like it.
She says hi. So,
Bryce, I love you. You're my best friend.
I love you
Shouting
too.
her out.
Aww.
Oh, that Bryce, not you.
I know. I know.
Just had to make it clear.
I got it. How long have you been at the club? Giselle.
3 years?
Yeah?
Yeah,
You love it?
I love it.
Would you ever go somewhere else?
No, not at all.
Good fucking answer. Good fuck. What about you, Brandy?
I would never go anywhere else. Well,
Damn straight.
until this whole employee thing kicks in, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to start going to Vegas.
Is that kicking in?
I hope it never does.
Hopefully not.
It better not.
Hopefully not.
I'll be-
I want to stay at Cheetahs for a long, long
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it did, you would go to Vegas?
Yeah, for sure. Just because that's like the closest thing. I don't really want to go to LA. I've heard some raunchy ass stories at LA, and like
Or like New York?
New York
I'm not gonna
sounds
fly
good.
across the country. Like I don't know. I mean,
Well,
the whole Times Square thing, like, or for Sapphire, I think like a lot of the girls will have their hotels and everything, like flights paid for and stuff.
because they're like
So-
guests out there.
Mm-hmm. So it's okay. Like it makes it worth it. But like I'm pretty sure. I mean, if you could find like cheap flights and like hotels or Airbnbs and like just like a place to stay, then yeah, it's worth it. But
Yeah.
you have to kind of find cheaper stuff so your profit margin is a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm. God, how do you pronounce that? Ralphito asked, how are the fries? They're nachos.
They're bomb.
Oh, they're
and
good.
They're super good.
Yeah.
And Valencia Santiago said hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
today?
Say it to that.
Oh, hi. How are you?
You're adorable. That's okay. Is it difficult working?
Dude, this is a pretty lit live. Like, I feel like there's hella people like talking.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
Wow.
Is
Shout
it
out to you
difficult to work
guys.
with the guys?
Is it what?
Difficult to work with guys? Like,
Customers?
I think so. I think that's what they mean.
I mean, yeah, sometimes they're annoying, but you kind of just really have to be assertive and like, yo, like.
Are they
I'm gonna take your
ever
bullshit.
freaky? Little freaky leaks?
Oh, are they?
Oh, let's hear about it. What's do you have like a craziest, weirdest experience?
I think the weirdest experience I've had is this man. He wanted to suck your toes, but they have to be dirty.
Brandy loves
Wait
it.
a minute, wait a minute. That's so funny. Oh my
But
god.
they gotta be dirty.
They have to be dirty. He doesn't like clean feet.
Oh god.
She's gonna describe him.
I mean, my feet were pretty dirty. They were sweaty. And okay, so like on the first podcast I told the story about how this guy sucked on my toes and he gave me $100 in the VIP. I was like, hey. I was so excited, dude, but I was like, I didn't realize what I was getting myself into, and then when he did it, I was like,
Can I?
oh, go ahead.
Can I? Just goes down on your foot.
I'm like, but yeah,
That's
it was
hilarious.
So just
So-
weird. Like,
yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's gone through that though.
I bet every girl has. T Sawyer says you girls look cute. So
hi,
smiles.
Why, thank
Tierra.
you.
That's my friend.
Is it?
Yeah.
Aw, what a good
shout out.
friend.
Thank
And what city are you ladies from? Asked Ralph Lido, whatever it is.
San Diego.
So I was actually born in Oakland from Tracy though.
From the Bay. Are you a Raiders fan?
I am.
That
Sorry.
sucks.
They're going
born
to
and
Vegas
raised
now,
in
so
San
I mean,
Diego.
honestly, I think I might go to more Raiders games if they're in Vegas because I go to Vegas to work there. So,
How often?
I mean, I haven't gone in the summertime or like during football season, but shoot.
Bitch, I might.
Right.
You ever thought about going anywhere to like dance as a guest? Is that what it is? You're like dance. It's.
Nah, you're just going just to.
Are you
Just
technically
a-
like you work there?
You're the new girl.
I tell
Yeah.
them that I just moved into town because I feel like when you tell them you're a guest, then they're kind of like hesitant to hire you because they want the consistency. So
I feel like it's kind of half and half. There are some clubs that want you to like stay there, but then there are some other ones that are like, oh, cool, like out of town girls, like, all right, like, at least you're not gonna be like taking the time for like our other girls like during, how do I explain it? The girls that are there during the week, kind of thing.
Yeah. Ty, do you remember your first day dancing?
yeah, the first day I auditioned. Wait, at Cheetahs or just anywhere?
First day.
The first day I
First day.
danced, I was so nervous,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't get hired. The manager told me I didn't smile not once on stage, and he said we need.
Oh, they like tested you out?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
an
you
audition.
had an audition?
Yeah, I had an audition.
And that was in LA?
Yeah, I was so nervous. It was my first day.
I bombed my first day too.
I thought I was gonna get hired because I was all pretty. I had my makeup done. I just dyed my hair.
Had my ass hanging out,
Yeah.
like good shit. So you didn't get hired, then what happened? Like you still,
Oh, I went to another club and then they hired me.
and so that was the club you went with?
Yeah,
Second
for a
choice.
little bit, and then it just sucked. And I was like, I'm out of here.
I'm going to San Diego.
Yeah.
Why didn't you start in San Diego?
Well, I didn't want to work in San Diego at first because like I'm from here.
Yeah, see,
So
I
I
have a
was
lot of friends.
nervous.
I have a lot of friends that are like, no, I don't want to do it because it's where I'm from. If I run into people, and it's so funny because I'm not from here, so like I don't care. But I see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
but
Well,
now I don't care.
But how was it dancing in the Bay Area? Because that's where you started, right?
oh yeah, I
at
see.
Club
I
there.
for sure seen some people that I knew from back at home, and like especially girls that I like. There's one girl that I grew up with. Well, we knew each other in like middle school and like throughout high school, and we saw each other at the same club one day, and I was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Hey," like we didn't really we didn't know what to say, and then actually that happened 2 times.
So, $100, get you a dance. What's up?
I haven't. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I've seen one of like, so I've seen a girl like that I was friends with. Like she was like working at the club, so we started working together. But then in San Diego, I've seen guys that I used to go to like high school with came into the club.
In San Diego?
Yes.
Really? From the Bay Area?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was crazy. I was like, what are you? I walked in with my friend, and I was like, is that, hold on. I was like, I know those dudes. So we went up to them and said hi. And they were like, what are you doing here? We're like, well, what do you mean, what am I doing here? Obviously, I work here. You see, I have this bag right now. And he was just so, like shocked. And then I guess it was someone's birthday, and their friend lives in San Diego, so they were coming to visit. But it was just, like, it was him and his brother.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like, where's, like, the rest of your friends at? They're like, oh, like, they didn't want to come. So you're not from San Diego, and you somehow came to this club. And I was like, all right, it was just ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ended up getting dances.
Did they?
And then, yeah. And then one of the brothers actually came back another time, like, a couple months later. And then he was like, so you're going to give me the homie discount? And I was like, no. I was like, I'm so sorry. It's $200. And he was like, so, yeah, you can't slide, homie.
Nah.
Actually-
you're not going to deal. You're not going to deal. You go into that club.
Yeah. Some
Don't-
guys try to negotiate, and I get so mad. I'm like, you know what?
Really?
I
Just,
don't like that either.
just fucking, like, if you...
Does that
annoying.
happen pretty often?
Yeah,
Where
when
they
people
think it's
try
like a negotiable?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
coming like, do you do?
It's like that in Vegas, though. In Vegas, it is negotiable. Like, but you can go as high. Like, at Cheetahs, it's kind of like a cap. Like, okay,
They
you can't
just-
go above $100 for 5 songs.
Or they're like, do you have any specials?
Can you go under?
I mean,
You can if you want. If you
but then
choose.
It's
it's like
less
you're,
money
you're,
to
you're
you,
dipping
right?
into your
Yeah.
tip out
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
Because then
Okay.
they think you made this amount, and you only really made that. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
But in-
kind of screwing
But
yourself.
in Vegas,
I'm
like,
like, I'm not a clothing store. I'm a person. Treat me like that, you know.
Yeah.
dude, you could, like, I think the cap there is like $1,000 for an hour. Like, so you can, but I mean,
At the club?
Yeah, it's on credit cards, so it's a lot easier, though. But,
Really?
no, I'm talking about in Vegas.
Oh,
In
okay.
Vegas, like the cap is like $1,000 like for an hour, but you can, but because you can use a credit card.
Yeah.
'Cause, like here, it's all cash, so pull
Yeah, I
out your
like
money
to
at the
have cash.
ATM before you
I
get
like
here, guys.
to have cash.
We got plenty of ATMs, don't you worry.
No,
Just-
but then you know what the
just
business
show
the
up.
They don't
biggest
like it
excuses,
because
they're
they
like,
charge $7.
well, for what it charges, but then they're like, oh, my bank accountant says I got taken out at this address or whatever,
Yeah.
so it says, and I'm like,
Wait, is this, how much is it at the club? Do you guys know?
it's like $7.
Yeah.
Is it really?
And you're taking out $20, so you're paying $27.
and then yeah, they say it's like shows or something. I'm like,
yeah, I'm like, all right, whatever.
sometimes
That's-
they're like,
Shouldn't
I'm
be here
gonna
in the
go
first
get.
place
They're like,
then.
I'm gonna go get money across the street. You don't ever see him again.
That's funny. Anthony Cedillo said, hello, Cheetah Girls.
Hi.
Hi.
Say hi to Anthony. He's a regular, so he's a cool
Oh, really?
guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Come say hi. Why don't I ever
Yeah.
see you then? Because I'm
Ooh.
there on the regular.
Here's a good question. Any girls open to being adult film stars?
No, not at all.
Doing auditions after this.
Yeah, we are doing auditions after this. Stay tuned. IG.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on that. Because at least, like, when
Yeah.
I'm dancing, it's like, as a one-time thing. Like,
One
I'm
time
ju-
thing, multiple times a night.
exactly. But it's different. I don't do the same. I mean, I do the same exact stage show every night. But it's different variations. You don't know which one you're going to get.
Same 2 songs all day.
Yeah.
But you know what? Guys like it. They're like, ooh, who's that over there? I mean, for the guys that are there for like hours and hours, like, and if I'm not having a good night, I'm going on stage multiple times, and yeah, they're gonna hear a lot. But
I
try not
like
to go on
playing
stage a
different
lot.
songs with different crowds. 'cause
Yeah.
then it's
What do
like,
you think makes you the most money? Is it playing a song that you really like that you're gonna like dance good to or whatever, or is it playing a song that's gonna match the crowd and then you're just gonna dance how you dance?
I think it's playing well, it varies. Sometimes it's playing a song that matches the crowd, and then they're like, "Ooh, I like that song." And then if they like your dance, it's like, "Oh, we got a connection."
But you have to be able to dance to the music that they like.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Because
kinda
some girls
hard.
are great on stage, and I see them get like a VIP right after, or a dance at least.
yeah.
You know. And there's other ones that are just like, yeah, I'll go on stage, and they go on stage and they get off, and it's just like,
It was okay.
yeah, you know.
Sometimes, well, I feel like sometimes girls are just either not into going on stage or they're just tired over it.
Yeah.
I know I feel like that sometimes.
I mean, shoot, I just started work on Monday, so I feel like I've been doing pretty shitty on stage. And I'm like, I gotta step it up. But once I get back into my groove, then it's like, okay, I can. Once you have your your audience and your crowd, yeah, it makes them want to tip you more.
Mm-hmm.
Get some dances after. It's always good when you have a waiting list. It's my favorite.
Yeah. See, it's always nice as a DJ to have a waiting list of girls that are going to go on stage, because then I don't have to leave the booth.
And go look for girls.
It's so nice when they're just like, oh, when am I up? You're up after this girl, and you got like 3 girls
I
ready
think
to go.
I do that all the time.
It's great. I love it.
That's hella fun.
I love it. All right, tight. So what's the key to making money?
You gotta
Is it
Hustle.
confidence?
Happiness. I
You
don't
Is
know.
gotta,
it-
you gotta,
Is
you
it
gotta,
confidence? Is it hustle? Well, obviously
I
it's
think you-
hustle, but like
I think you
I
gotta
would
you gotta be
hustle.
flirty,
and
you gotta be
you
serious.
gotta hustle, and you have to know how to like talk to people.
Yeah.
You're gonna
You
meet
have to
different
talk.
people, so
And you also
you have to know the approach that you're gonna take with guys.
Okay.
Every guy is different, so
Yeah.
I don't even know how to answer that question, honestly. Like,
I'm.
every guy is different.
It's just like, yeah, that's a good point. But are there like certain qualities that a good dancer has that makes a lot of money?
definitely
So-
confidence.
Yeah.
For sure. That's
Yeah,
number one.
That seems like
but just
standard,
like
you know.
I don't know. I would like to say like good hygiene, or like a girl that like keeps herself like kept
No,
up.
they want dirty feet
But
to
there's-
suck on, girl.
but
Come on, they don't want
But then,
hygiene.
yeah, I feel like I see like a lot of like not upkept girls, but they still make a lot of money. So it's like, I don't know, maybe that's not the key.
There are a lot of different types of guys.
I think some guys they like it when you just talk to them and they're into that.
Mm-hmm.
Or some guys they like
here.
that, like
Good,
they want
Zephyr.
you more intimate and they want that companionship. So
Yeah,
there's
and some just
they just want fun. They just want someone. They,
They
just want to have fun.
want to be rubbed on.
Yeah.
Tight.
I have a
let me
question
ask.
for Bryce.
Yeah, ask it.
What is the hardest part about DJing?
DJing. For those of you who don't know, I've done one DJ shift, so
Ooh.
let me answer that question for you. It is getting girls to go on stage, because that's really the main part of it, other than playing music. That's pretty easy. It's consistently having girls on stage, and there's some girls that don't like going on stage as much. There's some girls that do, and you don't want to use them too much
Yeah.
because like you preach. It's like Brandy doing the podcast. You
Yeah.
know, it's like we appreciate her. We don't want to ask her to do it every week, but we know she's there to do it when we need her.
Do you ever deal with like rude girls?
Got you.
No, all the girls are angels.
Aww.
No, honestly, the girls are pretty good.
That's good.
The girls are pretty good. Really, it's just the hardest part is like when you have a list going, kind of, you know, you got a little bit of an order and it gets busy with VIPs or ice boxes, which is great because money's being made.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really good. But then, I mean, I was there one day, I think with my dad, with Danny. We'll edit that first part out. I was there one day DJing, and I think we had 25 girls, and I mean, there were only like 3 available.
No.
Yeah, like both sides of the VIP were full. I mean, I'm sure there were some
That
girls in the
sounds
icebox.
awesome.
No, it was great. It was really good. But then it's like from the DJ, like people are still not getting dances in the club, and you're just sitting in a club listening to music at that point. Like, what's the point of being in a strip club if you're
Yeah.
not seeing somebody on stage?
I
You
know
know?
guys do get agitated with that.
Exactly. So that's the main thing, is just trying to keep that filled. You know, even when it's slow, like even if there's only a few guys in there, like they still
Wanna see
should be seeing something,
Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah.
that's kind of, that's one of the hardest things. So that's why it's nice to have.
But at least everyone was making money. Shoot.
Exactly.
I hope that
Exactly.
it's gonna be like that tonight. We're gonna make it happen. Speaking it into existence.
Knock on wood. Man, we're just getting a lot of questions. Would you date a broke, ugly guy who treats you right, or a rich, handsome guy that treats you like shit?
Neither.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'll
That's
be
like,
asexual.
yeah, I'll pick the middle. You know,
Yeah.
like
Like,
that's 2 extremes right there.
yeah.
You know?
It's like, what do you do?
That was like basically my 2 past relationships. So
Skirt. All right, tight. Should we wrap it up? Yeah. All right. So why don't you guys just say your name again, each one, and then say when you work, what days and what time.
Okay.
into the microphone, please, Giselle, before I freak out. Please.
I'm Gizelle,
Oh, God.
and it varies with me, okay? But for sure, if you want to see me, come on Saturdays and Wednesday nights.
Wednesday night and Saturday
Yeah.
day, or was Saturday?
Saturday day and night. I work double shifts if you want to see me. And Wednesday nights.
So
But
Wednesday,
the other days,
Saturday
it
for-
varies.
Girl, get a schedule.
I used to have a schedule, but now I'm so busy and I'm in school and I'm lazy sometimes.
I say every day for
All right.
me except Tuesdays.
Every day except Tuesday. Every night.
Oh yeah, sorry. Every night after 10, I'm there. Well, because I didn't work last week. I was in Chicago.
Chicago. I was in Chicago. I was getting pizza or some shit.
Dude, the deep dish is bomb there.
Is it?
Ugh,
I've never been
Yeah.
a big fan of deep dish.
I love it. I love it, dude.
You know, Jay had me get a pizza with no cheese on it the other week.
The fuck? What a
Is it good?
weirdo. Are you vegan or something?
Is it good?
Fucked up.
Oh my God, I cracked myself up.
Was it good?
No, it wasn't good.
Tomato sauce
It
is
was a
good.
pizza with no cheese.
Tomato and bread
No, I
is
fucking
good.
didn't tell you that. I said fucking vegetarian.
I said vegetarian.
You were like, I don't know what
He
these
said
guys eat.
Where'd you get
vegan.
it?
No cheese.
No, I did not.
I used to work at Little Caesars, so I used to make those pieces all the time.
Really? With
Yeah.
no cheese?
Yeah, people come in because they're like lactose or they're allergic, so they would just get
Bread and tomato
bread,
sauce.
tomato sauce, and then their toppings like
See, but
pineapple.
that's the thing. We didn't
and
do any toppings, which...
So you guys just have bread and tomato sauce? Just bread and tomato sauce.
And the
I
other half of
used
the
to-
pizza was just
No,
cheese?
I used to
no
make
toppings.
I used to make a guy a pizza like that, and I would just cut it for him, and it would just be bread
I
and
felt
tomato sauce, and he
so
loved
fucked
it.
up just calling and asking. I was like... it went like... So... If like a vegan calls and they want a pizza, like how do you guys handle that? Like you just do no cheese and like what do you do in place of it?
What about the egg that's in the dough?
Wait.
Is
wait,
there
wait,
egg in the
wait,
dough?
I don't know. It's not important. So I called and I'm like, what do people do when they don't do cheese? Okay. Just thinking like being reasonable, just tell me, like, you know, give me some advice. The guy was quiet. Didn't say a word.
He didn't?
like,
What pizza place was
hello?
this?
It's fucking Domino's.
Domino's suck.
We're just going on a tangent on pizza right now.
I know we're going too far. Okay, so we went over when you're there. Who knows the hours of the club?
12 to 2,
On the
Monday
weekend?
through Sunday.
Damn
What, I
facts.
thought it was 4 a.m. on the weekends.
No, it's not. It's 2 a.m. 12 to 2
What happened to the 4 a.m.?
every day of the week. I don't know. But ever since I've been there or been, you know, associated, 12 to 2. Who knows the lunch deal?
12 to 5, what is it?
Every
Free
day
lunch?
of the goddamn week. Free lunch, baby. 12 to 5. You hear that?
The fries
You
are
hear that?
so bomb.
Just not for the girl.
The fries, not for the girls. Is that what you
Not
said?
unless they get another one for the girls.
Yeah,
The
literally.
customer has to buy it though.
I mean, it's free, isn't it? Or is it only
Well-
one lunch free?
It's one. I'm pretty sure it's one lunch.
I don't know. Yeah, that would make sense, right?
You just buy a second one. Wow, we have a
12 to
steak.
5, Monday through Sunday, free lunch. Come in and get that shit. Get the chicken tenders. It's dank.
Ooh.
With sriracha sauce on the side.
With sriracha sauce on the side. That
Sriracha is
sounds
so
real
bomb.
weird.
Hey,
Weird.
Gary's not gonna like you. You just say chicken tenders?
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with chicken tenders?
I love chicken tenders. Expensive.
Chicken tenders are good.
Chicken tenders are fucking bomb, especially with ranch.
Barbecue sauce.
Get out.
Wow. Aggressive.
What about steak dinner?
Those are good.
Seafood. No, I'm kidding. Oh, you asking
No,
me?
I'm asking you what the deals are.
Oh, that's
I'm not
free.
asking for another
That's-
option.
That's
I thought
free.
you were asking me. I was like, no, I'm okay.
Ideal
we're
date,
not
though.
getting.
That's a good question.
That's-
I'm like, no, I don't want a steakhouse. I want a seafood dinner.
That is
Oh.
until 9 p.m.
Anthony said, I send kisses to both you girls.
Mwah.
Oh, you're so sweet. Working with, I don't even know what this person's asking. What's it like working there? Ask Morty. Oh, we'll wave to them. Oh, that was me. What's it like working there?
It's every
it-
night is different. Like some nights you have good nights and some nights you have bad nights. I
Some
think
nights
you just
it's
gotta
boring.
be positive. Yeah,
Sometimes it's fun.
it's cool. It's chill. I mean, somebody will entertain you.
Mm-hmm.
Jay or Bryce, they'll entertain me if I'm bored.
All this sexiness I got going.
Oh yeah, the bowling shirt.
Hey, you don't want to talk about my fucking bowling shirt. You said how soft it was.
I know, it's a soft bowling shirt.
It's super soft. You want to feel it?
It's soft.
Love it.
His shirt is soft too.
Ooh, it's soft.
It's nice, right? It's real soft. I didn't hear that. You're lucky.
It's super, super soft.
It's so soft.
You said you're always soft, Bryce.
I'm
Jay, don't be an instigator.
I do well.
Yeah.
That's what he does very well.
Very much.
Steak dinner. Do you guys know when the free steak dinner is?
It's from
at the
Is
club?
it 6
6
to
to
8?
9, 7 to 9.
6 to 9, 69.
You're very 69. 69.
That's what it is.
It's 5 to 9, Monday through Friday. You get a free steak dinner. Just come in. Just come in. Just come in and ask for Brandy. Ask for Gizelle.
Free hats.
Ask for your favorite girl. If you mention the podcast, you get a free hat. If you can sweet talk Gizelle or Brandy, you might get a cheaper dance. Who knows? Oh, yeah. And if you see the billboard truck driving around San Diego, downtown, Little Italy, whatever it is, mention that as well. You'll get a free hat. And I think that's it. Anything else you guys want to add to the camera? Anything
all.
sexy?
If you want to
Come and
come
see
in
us
tonight.
Oh, yes. Come in tonight.
Yes.
Instagram Live.
Come on, Anthony.
Anyone?
Come on in.
Yeah,
They're going to be there.
I will for sure be there.
Savage.
On the way.
I will be there.
Tight. Yeah, no, I think we're good.
Cool.
We'll end it with a little send-off thing, little
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
music and shit.
Bye.
Just